I looked at my stack of bills that had been haunting me for years and went to the burn barrel and I burned every one of them.
You burned your bills.
I burned them.
A local veteran has had it with the VA after they refused to pay her emergency room bills. This isn't the treatment Marcy Richardson expected after serving our country. She was saddled with big bills and alarming calls from debt collectors. 5 on Your Side has learned this vet is not alone in what appears to be a pattern of denial. Like an unwanted guest, it's always there. The pain.
I have degeneration. They had to rebuild my spine.
Also always there, the bills.
Excess of $6,000 or $7,000.
$6,000 or $7,000.
Yes.
But 58-year-old Marcy Richardson is a veteran. She served our country as a Navy hospital corpsman.
When I was a child, we said Pledge of Allegiance. But we said it, without a lot of meaning. Well, when you're swearing in front of the flag, there's a lot of meaning behind each word.
And so she expected her emergency room bills for her back and her clinical depression to be covered by the VA.
This is my Class A uniform jacket.
David Riggs is also a veteran, and when he got a bill for emergency room care, he didn't worry. It's a federal law. Veterans who get their medical care from the VA can go to an outside hospital in an emergency, and the VA is supposed to pay the portion for which the veteran is personally liable. But both Marcy and David had their claims denied. Marcy was told she didn't get pre-approval. As for David,
I'm being penalized for being healthy and not having to use the doctor very often.
It turns out veterans can even be denied if they don't see a VA doctor on a regular basis.
They denied my claim because I hadn't seen one of their doctors in the last 24 months.
It's a rule covered under a law called the Millennium Act, passed in 1999 after Riggs left the Army. If Marcy and David aren't familiar with all the VA rules, 5 on Your Side has learned they are not alone. According to this 2014 Government Accountability Office report, most veterans are often not aware of specific eligibility criteria and assume that VA will cover their non-VA emergency care.
Veterans are confused, and even claims people are confused.
Randy Williamson is one of the authors of the GAO report. He even testified before Congress about the problem.
That some veterans do not always understand their eligibility for coverage for emergency care.
That congressional testimony was 3 years ago. So it might surprise you just how many veterans have been denied claims since then. In our local service network alone, which includes Missouri and Southern Illinois, the VA refused to pay the ER bills of more than 7,000 veterans, totaling $23 million.
There should be no veteran stuck with an emergency room bill if they are being treated in a facility that is some distance from VA emergency rooms.
Congress has been looking into the issue of VA denials. U.S. Senator Claire McCaskill from Missouri tells 5 on Your Side that there is often some confusion at the VA about their responsibilities.
My advice to them is call us. We're happy to go to bat for them. We're happy to battle the bureaucracy and see if we can't be successful, which we are many times.
This one here is a marksman's badge.
Still, veterans like David Riggs and Marcy Richardson want to know why it's so difficult.
Listen to your veterans. Listen to the complaints. Listen to the problems that people are having.
Richardson says she's so fed up with the VA system that she won't use it for medical care anymore. No one with the VA would go on camera, but they did respond by email. The VA has worked across its organization to ensure that employees are trained on all aspects of claims processing and that training material remains up to date and standards of eligibility are applied consistently and fairly. The entire VA response is on our website. And if you're a veteran and you are having an issue with the VA and think that story should be told, contact me by email at mbush@ksdk.com.
Unbelievable. And the stress that puts them under, and they're already facing health challenges, many of them.
Yes. And the idea that just because they don't go to the doctor often enough that they can be denied, it just seems wrong to many people.
Mike, thanks. Let's get